After just about 20 years, Captain Underpants has finally gotten an animated adaptation. And lucky for us, it's the one it deserves. The story is about George and Harold, two kids stuck in the dreariest elementary school on the planet. George and Harold are always performing pranks or writing goofy stories to lighten the atmosphere, but their principal, Mr. Krupp, despises their creative ways and is always trying to catch them in the act. One day, he finally does, but just before he can give out punishment, George hypnotizes him and makes him become Captain Underpants. From there, hilarity ensues. This movie is ridiculously enjoyable. It captures the humor and pace of the books very well, but it also captures something I haven't seen in a cartoon for quite some time, and that's the theme of being a kid. It promotes liking toilet humor and hating school and disobeying bossy grown-ups. And that was a pretty typical cartoon concept for a bit, but it's been quite some time since the last one. Modern day kids are growing up with so much technology and whatnot, so a movie like this may not have as much appeal as it used to. But maybe this movie will help return that mindset to some kids. Although from that praise comes my biggest problem with the movie. I don't think it captured the theme of imagination and creativity that's so prominent in the books. As weird as it sounds, I was almost expecting this film to have a Lego movie style twist that really drove home the moral that imagination is key. I think this movie was mostly written with the plot in mind, trying to combine different Captain Underpants books into one adventure, rather than being written about the moral like how, say, Lego Batman kinda did. Realistically, this isn't much of a problem entertainment-wise, but I just think there's a missed opportunity. With that said, I think the strongest thing about this movie is the animation style. Though what I'll call 2.5D animation style this movie has is super unique. It's so bouncy and fast unlike any other CG cartoon before it. And this film was made by a smaller studio, so that's really impressive. Captain Underpants takes this 2.5D style and goes full Looney Tunes with it. I especially loved any animation with Mr. Krupp. With the way he moved and Ed Helms' voice acting, you could really feel all his anger. Speaking of voice acting, I have another slight problem with that. None of the actors are bad at all, but I really wish George and Harold were voiced by real kids. That would have helped their friendship and humor feel a lot more natural. So in conclusion, despite my few gripes, I highly recommend this movie. I think even if you don't enjoy the to-be-expected potty humor, you'll still find amusement just from the animation and occasional fourth wall jokes. This film could have been a little stronger, but it still manages to deliver a fun-to-watch adventure about childhood, and that's just something you don't see too much anymore. I hope you check out the movie if you're interested. Thanks for watching!